Hi, my beautiful people. Happy Friday. How are we doing today? So, it's Friday today. Good morning. So I'm gonna make my coffee, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to take this video as well to film, because I may not have time to film later on. Actually, no. I tell you what, I'll make this video in the morning really short, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to prepare my dinner. Yeah, so I prepared. So I went to the shop yesterday and I bought some salmon fillets, which I'm going to cook for dinner this evening. Yes, I'm going to do that. Let me just turn the coffee machine on. So yeah, I think I might show I'm gonna cook dinner, because I've noticed that the video where I show how to cook that African dish kalulu you got a lot of views, but nobody even knows who I am, but it got like 5 views or something like that, which is really high for my channel. So I'm not full. I know how many people are viewing my videos. So, but honestly, that's good at the same time, because that means that the whole world doesn't know about my life. I'm sure my videos my channel's gonna get a lot bigger, hopefully at some point. But never mind. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Please help me organize my thoughts, because my mind is a mess. Honestly, last night I left the kitchen so beautifully clean. This morning, my dear husband just, I don't know. Anyway, talking of him, my husband, so I told him last night I'm not looking for a job, and that made me feel so good, because I hate hiding things, you know. I hate hiding. I like to be honest, and that's something that's been eating me inside. So he said, so by the way, I don't want to put any pressure on you. Have you been looking for jobs? I said, no, I haven't. He said, what? No, I haven't been looking for jobs, because I decided that when I got made redundant, I'm gonna take the due break that I should have taken when I suffered the stroke. And he said, oh, he's really surprised. So, okay. I said, honestly, I'm so happy. I'm feeling so much better health-wise, mentally. And honestly, mentally, I'm not feeling so great. But anyway, I believed I wouldn't be feeling good. I wasn't feeling great when I was working, but working was keeping my mind occupied. So I said, it's making me feel a lot better, you know. For example, my hand, when I type, my hand is not so stiff anymore. So yeah, that's good. So I told him, he's like, oh, what term did he use? Something like, I can't remember the term they used. But his response when I finished talking was like, you know that my job isn't, not reliable. It's something similar to reliable. Oh, lovely coffee. So yeah. He said essentially, do you understand, my job isn't reliable? So he meant like my job isn't consistent. It's something that we can't rely our income on. And I thought, I want to give him an answer to that, but I thought better not, because I thought, right, why should you be relying on my salary to keep the house going? But I thought, don't say anything, just let him speak. But next time he makes a comment like that, I'm definitely going to get back to him. No, I think he said his job is inconsistent or something like that. I don't remember, but something along those terms. Because he works on contracts, he's independent. If somebody works independent, so next time he says some makes similar comment, I say, number one, it's not my business. This is your house. You've got to pay for the mortgage of your house. If I'm not around, you're still gonna have to pay for it anyway. I've got enough money to keep me going for a while, and when I feel like my money's running out, I'll get another job. And the second thing is I'm going to say as well to him is like, listen, if your job isn't consistent, get a job that is consistent, then get a job in a company that's permanent, so you're not jumping from contract to contract. That's what I'm going to tell him. Yeah. So it's Friday today. Happy Friday. I'm not sure if I've said that already or not. Do you like what I've done with my hair? I'm not sure I've done with it. I put this Alice band in there on my head. Never mind. Yeah, it is Friday today, and the day is grey and gloomy. I don't like when it's grey and gloomy. It makes me feel sad. I love it when it's cold. I love when we get those really blue, clear skies and it's cold as anything. I've got something else to tell you. So, hopefully, because you know that light drinking I talk about in the Negroni all the time. One of the main drinks ran out yesterday. So hopefully today will be the first day of not drinking. Be the first day of not drinking. If you watch a couple of videos back, you'll see that I've spoken to my husband and I said, I think I've got a drinking problem. I drink every night. Even though it's one drink, to me that's still a drinking problem. I said, can you help me? We said yes. So we decided we're going to wait until all the drinks were finished, and then once they're finished, we're not going to buy any more. And because that's the main drink, because that drink, I know I keep saying this channel, is 3 drinks: gin, vermouth, and Campari. Yes, we've run out of Campari yesterday, so I can't make that drink anymore. So hopefully we won't be buying any more today. Even if my husband say let's buy, I'm going to say let's not buy it. Today's our first day of not drinking. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So don't have any hopes, please. Because I don't want to disappoint myself again. I wasn't going to say you, but me drinking one doesn't affect you, does it? It mostly affects me. So yeah, I hope I don't disappoint myself. I hope we get through this. I really do, because to me it's more the fact that we have drinks in the house. That's when I feel tempted to drink, rather than going out and buying the drinks. Now that I made this decision, because before I made the decision, I just go buy drinks or go get delivery to deliver them. But now I've made this decision. So, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes anyway. So, yeah. By the way, I still haven't finished tidying up my sanctuary because I was working on one of my projects yesterday. It was doing my head in, honestly, just spend all day working, because what I usually do, I study a bit, I work on a project a bit, and then the third thing that I do is tidy the house a little bit. But yesterday I did not touch my sanctuary at all. To be honest, there isn't much to do. Just cleaning the surfaces, dusting the surfaces, vacuum cleaning the floor, the corners, clean the skirting boards. So not much to do. So hopefully I'll finish this weekend. I don't think I'll do any of it today. We'll see. And no, I won't tell you today. I will not tell you today. I'll tell you tomorrow. Oh, can't believe tomorrow. You'll find out tomorrow what I mean. You really find out. So excited. If you want me to give you a hint, I'm such a child. Why can't I just keep things to myself? But I'm gonna give you a hint. If you want me to give you a hint, go and watch the video on the first day of the story of when I suffered the stroke. Go and watch him, and then you find out what tomorrow means. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm gonna go through with you how and what I'm gonna cook for dinner today. Let me just get the ingredients ready. I'll go through what the ingredients are with you. By the way, I don't really measure anything. I just go with the eye. Sometimes I try. I cook a whole dish without even tasting it. I don't know why, but it always ends up being great. Very rarely I taste a dish, you know. If I don't feel that I've had enough salt, pepper, whatever spices or herbs I've got to add. But I don't know why. Maybe because I've been experimenting with food since I was 9 years old cooking. So I don't necessarily need to taste the food the whole time. So I'm going to go through with you, and then I'm going to give you more or less of what I believe, how much I'm adding of it. Actually, no, I'm going to use measuring tablespoons or measuring spoons so you can see exactly how much I'm adding. So I've got some lemon out already. Some of it I used yesterday. This one is mostly squeezed, but I'm going to squeeze the rest of it and the other half of the lemon. So right now I'm just gathering all the ingredients, and then I'm going to go through which one those are and then how I'm going to use them. By the way, I've already, so did I tell you what I was going to cook? I said, no, I'm going to cook some salmon for dinner today. I've already scaled the salmon. I'll show you what the fillets look like actually. So these are fillets of salmon. I've already scaled them. Actually, I need to put my gloves on. I've already scaled them. So those are the lemons. I'm putting everything on the side so you can see how I'm gonna create this dish. Let me get some garlic. What else do I want to use from the fridge? I don't use anything else from the fridge just yet. So I've got some garlic here. I'm not going to use all of it. I just got it out of the fridge. I like to keep garlic in the fridge because it keeps the cloves juicy. Because if you don't leave them out, it just starts to dry up. So I like to keep the garlic in the fridge. So garlic, some honey. Doesn't really matter what brand you use. This is the brand that we've got. And also, funny enough, we also bought some honey from a shop, a farm shop, where we bought raw milk a few weeks ago. So garlic, chilies, not dried chilies. Yes, I could have used fresh chilies, but you know what? Let me see if I actually have fresh chilies in the fridge, because that would be nicer, wouldn't it? Instead of just yes. So we like to buy a whole bunch of fresh chilies, and we just keep them in a freezer, so they're there ready for us to use. So obviously, not obviously, sorry, because you may know this. So fresh chilies have got a slightly different taste to the dried chilies, because maybe it's also because they're different type of chilies anyway. So fresh chilies, they've got more fresh, not so harsh taste to the flavor. So because I'm cooking salmon is fish and it's delicate meat, I'm gonna use fresh chilies. And I'm just gathering all the ingredients first and foremost. So I need some salt as well. By the way, we only use sea salt because it doesn't have all those caking agents that they add to salt, and it's got some minerals that are good for you. Yeah, that's all what we use. So, but you can use whatever salt you want. That's the point I wanted to make. And by the way, we don't use dry garlic at all in this household. And I know that some of you Americans love using dried stuff like garlic, parsley, coriander. You just love using dry stuff. We don't. Actually, the majority of the world, I believe, they stick to using fresh ingredients where possible, like fresh chilies, fresh parsley, fresh garlic. I don't even know, because we just use fresh everything. I believe that most of the world uses that, and you should also have a try, because I tell you, I once tried to use dry garlic before, and dried onion. Oh, dried onion is another one that I believe you guys like to use. I tried to use it before. No, the flavor is just, I'm just gonna leave it there. So let me see how big these garlic cloves are, because again, because fish has got a delicate meat and taste, even though salmon is not, the taste is not as delicate as other fish. I don't like the flavors of the meat to kind of overtake the flavor of the dish itself. I like to enhance, not overtake. Not overtake, so to take over. I'm not even sure. So I think because these garlic cloves are reasonably big, and because I'm cooking fish, I'm just going to use one, because I had to take one to check out. If it'd been meat, for example, chicken, I would have perhaps used 4 of these, depending obviously how much chicken I'm using. Or if it'd been pork, I would even use more garlic for the pork rather than the chicken, because pork can have this kind of foul taste, not foul, that the fat from the pork, the skin. If it's not well seasoned, in my opinion, with lots of lemon and garlic, when it's cooked, I don't know, it's got this, what's the word I use when I'm referring to butter sometimes when I'm speaking to it's got this rancid taste, yes. So I'm going to peel the garlic. Hang on a second, I'll be using a second. So, I'm not sure how can I do this so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm not sure if it's possible. Let me, oh, there you go. Another thing that I can do here. So I'm going to move this food bin. As I said before, this is for recycling, so I'm just going to leave it there, move it all out of the way. Anyway, all of this is already clean. I'm going, how can I do this? Yeah, there you go. Obviously, we all have our own ways of cooking, our own ways of doing things. I'm just going through how I cook and how I do my things, obviously. And if I learn some new techniques from others, then I test them, and if I like them, I stick to new technique that I've learned. Obviously, if I like better than my technique, or I can just use the new technique here and there. So so by the way, that red chili, that's red chili powder. That's red chilies, dried red chilies that I grounded yesterday. So now, oh God, I hate multitasking. You don't know how much. Well, I hate multitasking because multitasking does not work. I know some people say I'm great at multitasking. No, you're not. You're just greater. Hang on, that's my opinion. Anyway, please don't crucify me. Yeah, I just, oh, why am I doing this without the gloves? The problem is if I do this without the gloves, and if I rub my eyes, you know how that feel like, don't you? So by the way, those red chilies, they're not that hot. They're a bit hot, but they're not that hot. Again, it's not to add heat into the fish. It's more to like add, you know, je ne sais quoi. Just, I don't know, just something different. That goes in there. By the way, I put my gloves on. Where are my gloves? Where are my gloves? There they are. I'm just putting my gloves on. I'll be with you guys in a second. Can I change that? Yes, I can. That's a lot better, isn't it? So you can view the whole thing. I hope this won't change the format. I mean, when I'm in the format, I hope it won't change the spec of the video like 4K, because my camera is now set to be at 4K. So I'm going to add some salt, not too much. The salt again, just to balance the honey, because there's no point adding the same amount of salt that I would add normally if I didn't have any sugar or honey, because the honey is the flavor, and hence they're going to take more space than the salt in this dish. So now I'm just going to pound this. Apologies for the noise. I usually don't wear gloves when I'm cooking, because I don't know, I just like to feel the food with my hands, but I'm doing this time because of the chilies. Even though these chilies are not very hot, trust me, you wouldn't like them to go anywhere near your eyes. So this is what I'm doing. So I need to stop for a minute because my leg is giving me some trouble. Oh, hang on. It's so annoying, isn't it? When you... Oh my God, so uncomfortable. Sorry, let me just sort my leg out. It's a strange feeling on my leg. It's like I can't stand on it. It's like it locks itself. it's like a pain, but at the same time it's not pain. It's so difficult to describe what it is. All I know that this is extremely uncomfortable. Oh my God. I need to concentrate. I need to concentrate and relax. Because it feels like all my muscles go like that. I just get really tense like that. So give me a second. Concentrate, relax, concentrate, relax, concentrate, relax. This is what I have to go through every time when I'm standing up. So I really want to mash the chilies and the garlic. But I also add in the salt. It kind of emulsifies the garlic as well. It turns the garlic more into a paste. I'm not sure if emulsify is the right word, but anyway, there you go, I've used it. I think that's enough really, because you know, it is what it is. Let me just put the salt away. Next I'm going to add some lemon juice. Just gonna squeeze the last bit of the first half. Sometimes I use those lemon juice squeezers, but can't be bothered to do it today. I don't want to use up another kitchen utensil unnecessarily when I'm not actually going to use too much of it. And I'm sure I can do this with my hands anyway, which I usually do. I just use essentially the lemon or the orange, the squeezer, because we use both lemon and orange. So I usually take it out when I've got to do a lot of it, but it's just one or two. I'll just use my own hands. Okay. Right, next, honey. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I've shared with you. I've added one garlic clove, one chili, which is like about the size of my finger. You can add my index finger. You know, I don't know. You can add any, however much or however little you want out of the chili. Sorry, and then salt. Add to taste. Like I said, I didn't add very much to this dish because just something to enhance the flavor of the fish, not necessarily to salt it, because most of it's going to come from the honey. So as I was going through that with you, I just remembered that I said initially that I was going to get a tablespoon, so you can see how much honey I'm actually adding. And the honey is going to add like this, let me see, it's going to add this caramelized flavor and texture to the fish. I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons, I think. We'll see how it goes. I know honey is expensive. Well, not that expensive. Honey's not that expensive in the UK. I'm going to be honest. It's not that expensive at all, especially if you don't use it as a regular ingredient. But I understand honey can be expensive in some countries, or even that perhaps not everybody in the UK can afford honey, but which I very much doubt, because honey is not that expensive at all in the UK. Let me just stir this up to see if I want. I think I'm going to have a taste of it this time around. I think I'm going to have a taste. Let me just get another spoon to taste the sauce. Oh my god, absolutely delicious. You have to try this. This fish, like I said, I don't want to give myself a big head, but you need to give credit where it's due, don't you? Sometimes you need to, actually no, sometimes, lately, especially like me, if you're not feeling great about yourself, give yourself many pats on your back, as many as possible, because we are all great, aren't we? Because we're all creatures of God. Whichever God we believe, we're all creatures of God. Oh my god, it left. Oh, it's really good. Really good. Oh, shall I add some pepper? No, I won't be adding any pepper. That's all. Sometimes I just kind of, I can't see properly because the camera is in front of me. To be honest, it doesn't really matter because I'm just gonna, I can do at the end. This is where I thought it's best for me to add gloves because, you know, for the safety of my own eyes, you know, because it doesn't matter how much you wash your hands, the oil of the chilies, or there's always some bit that remains on your hands. So I'm just covering the fish with it. Make sure it's well covered. By the way, I never remove the skin of the fish. Never, 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 because the skin is where most of the nutrients, for example, omega-3. Does it also contain omega-6? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's where most of the omega oils are concentrated. So I never ever remove the skin of the fish. However, I do scale it every single time. So I'm just going to leave like this. Then I may turn it over later on. I'm just going to leave it like this until it... I'm not going to cook everything now, by the way. I'm just preparing the dinner. And then when the time comes, I will... I'm just going to put this in the fridge. Sorry. Let me just wash my gloves. Let me just wash this as well. Let me just clear the area, which there isn't actually very much to clear. I'm just washing the... Sorry, you can't see me right now, can you? All you can just see is the kitchen top. I'll turn you over in a bit. I just need to dry my hands first. Before I do so. Ooh, have I used that for anything? Yeah, that's the knife. By the way, we put absolutely everything in the dishwasher apart from knives like this because of this handle here. If you put this in the dishwasher, it'll fall apart. We also don't put any pans because we tried before. It turns the metal into a funny color, so we stop also putting pans in the dishwasher. And obviously we don't put things in the dishwasher where the instruction clearly states not to put in the dishwasher. Other than that, absolutely everything goes in the dishwasher. Everything. Because I am not a mug. And God, let me turn you over actually, because there's no point to you. Just just going to turn you over to this side. I have to turn you over to this side because there's a picture of me and my husband on the boiler in the kitchen. If for those who are watching this don't know what boiler is, a boiler is the system that heats the water that goes through your taps. So yeah, there's a picture of me and my husband in the boiler. So because he doesn't want to appear on the video, so it's safer if I just turn the camera around so you see a different profile of me. So I'm just currently just wiping the kitchen top. That's great. That's great. So I can move. Flipping over again. Oh, by the way, I want to show you something interesting. For those who don't know how to scale a fish, never scale a fish, but who are interested in scaling fish, because usually we just buy the whole fish. Sometimes, if possible, we ask the fishmonger to remove the guts and the gills and scale it. Sometimes they don't scale it well, sometimes they don't scale it at all. Let me just do this, sorry. What we use is this tool to scale the fish. Can you see? These grooves here, these are the ones that remove the scale from the fish. And I've had this, I bought this when I went to university. So I bought this over 20 years ago. I've had this tool. This tool has followed me everywhere. It's amazing. I bought it really cheap from a supermarket called Morrison's here in UK. I don't remember how much it cost me, but I'm sure it must have been really cheap for me to buy as a student. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it at all. This is amazing. See, so this is the sort of tool they should try to find. Not obviously this is I'm not saying exactly this one. This is just the shape that I found and the grooves that I found. But there are many other ones. There are thousands of them in the market. As long as it's called a fish scaler, just buy it if you want to ever experience scaling a fish. If you're not scared of dealing with fish, because I'm sure some people feel, I don't want to scale, and that's gross. That's a don't even start me on that matter. Right. So what else I'm gonna cook? So I'm preparing the whole dinner right now. Later on, I'm just gonna turn the cooker or the oven on, not the oven, whatever I'm going to turn on. So I bought some salad potatoes. I'm going to put them in a pan. They're really small potatoes. I'm going to show you in a bit. Ooh. We've got some leftover carrots from Sunday, last Sunday, in the fridge. They're already cooked. I don't care what you guys think. If it doesn't smell bad, doesn't taste bad, we're going to consume it. Because people like to waste food. There are too many people in the world that waste food, and food is becoming more and more scarce because the population is increasing in the world. It's just bad to waste food anyway. That's my point. So I think I'm just going to prepare the potatoes for now, because I'm going to make a salad with the fish. Boiled potatoes with a salad. Obviously, I'm going to show you I'm going to make boiled potatoes. It won't just be strict boiled potatoes. But I just have to prepare them now. Put them in a pan, ready to go. And then when the time comes, all I've got to do it is to switch the oven. A bit more, a bit less, I'm not sure. No, I think this is enough. My husband's put on so much weight lately. His belly's sticking out like anything. And he's got an amazing body. Well, he does have an amazing body. But the physiognomy of his mom's side of the family, essentially got the structure of his dad's side of the family. But at the same time, the shape of his body, he picks up from his dad of the family. So when he puts weight on, his fat concentrates more on the mid region of the body, so around the belly and stuff. So when he puts weight on, the legs stay skinny, the arms stay skinny, and then he's got honestly, he looks like right now looks like about 4 months pregnant. And he fought so hard. He tried so hard this year and last year to lose the weight, and he lost it. He lost so much weight. He's looking nice, and even gave all of his clothes to the charity. And I would say, don't do that. This is the first time he's always been extremely slim, by the way. Always been extremely slim. But you know, he's now 40. How old is he? Oh my God, I'm so bad. I'm washing the potatoes right now, by the way, guys. How old is he? Is he 48? How old am I? I'm 45. Oh, he's 47. Sorry, 47. So now I'm just turning the camera over so you can see the potatoes again. Yeah, so he's like 47 now, and honestly, age to me is an excuse because I've been losing more weight as I've been aging, because I'm back at the same weight when I was in my teens and early 20s, and the more we need to look after our age now, don't we, at this age, because it's a lot. We need to look at health. We always have to look after our health, but you know, gaining weight in a certain age, or because I'm old, my getting on, it's an excuse, and I keep telling him that, you know, but never mind. Let's go back to this. So these are the potatoes. You can see, compass size to my hand. They're reasonably small, but these are actually quite big. I thought they were going to be smaller. To be honest, I should have looked at the pack when I bought them. So for some of them, let me just move out of the camera because I can't see well if I look through the camera. So I'm just going to split some of them in half. Yeah, actually, I think it's going to be all of them, because this one is going to leave as a whole. That one else in half. That one else in half. And yep, that's it. You can see. I'm going to add some water. I've already washed the potatoes. I'm going to add some water, salt. It's just going to sit there waiting for me to turn the hob on, ready to cook. And then let me just show you. No, actually, add some salt. I'll show you the rest. I'll show you the rest when I start preparing it. Where's the lid for that? There you go. So that's the fish ready. To be honest, my concern was to prepare the fish. What? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's been so annoying me lately, you know. But at least I've noticed. It's good that I started recording the video, because it's awful. Wouldn't it be awful if I actually do it now when I'm in a meeting or meeting with friends out for dinner? That's a terrible habit, and you have to admit, you have to come with me on this one. So I need to stop it ASAP. So yeah, essentially I just want to prepare the fish at this time. What time is it right now? Just check the time. So right now it is about 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm going to start cooking at 5. Not the fish necessarily, but at least the salad and both the potatoes, because at least you give potatoes a chance to cool down, which I'm going to marinate with olive oil. Olive oil, some black pepper, maybe some basil leaves, which I've got some fresh basil leaves growing in a window, which, by the way, if you have in a supermarket these really cheap pots that sell basil leaves, buy it, use it, but don't throw them away. Keep the pot with the stalks and water it, and you see it's gonna grow so massive. I'll show how big this one is. That's how huge it is. And when I bought it, I used all the leaves to when it was almost naked. Look, it's way bigger than my head. Do you see? I removed almost every single leaf when I first bought it to use it, and now I put it up by the window, enough sunlight, I add water, and there you go. And I keep plucking leaves from it every single time. Otherwise, it'll be like huge. To me, it's huge anyway, as it is. Right, I've started cooking the potatoes earlier than I initially planned, because I had a fear that perhaps they weren't going to get cold soon enough to make for the dinner. So just light, there you go. And I am now see whether they're cooked or not. Oh, boiling really rapidly. Not sure. I'm gonna give another 2 minutes, because sometimes I don't allow the potatoes to cook enough. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start preparing the salad. I'll show you what I'm going to include in the salad. So I've got tomato here, cucumber, lettuce, radishes. What else? What else can we include? Gherkins and beetroot. Should I include some olives? I'll think about it. So I'm going to place everything as I did earlier, so you can see what I'm doing. I absolutely love these gherkins. They're huge. They are, I think these are Polish gherkins, made in Poland. Are they? Are they not? No, they're not. These are British gherkins. I love them. They're huge, and they are in brine, I think. Yep, they're in brine. That's all. And also they have some herbs. They've got some kind of they've got onions, red peppers, mustard seeds, dill. So I'm going to use these tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, these radishes, really good price on sale for 19 pence. I think perhaps in US dollars, oh my god, I keep doing that. US dollar must be what, 30 cents, something like that. Cucumber and some baby beetroot. By the way, for the US viewers, I like to confirm something with me. So I get many reports online that I read, YouTubers, that say that the food, especially fruit and vegetables, fresh food is really expensive in America. I've never been to US. Actually, I've been to US. I didn't really be in US. I just did 3 hours stop as we went to Colombia, and when we came back to UK, we stopped in Miami. 3 hours. We didn't even leave the airport. So anyway, I've been told the fresh food, essentially fruit, vegetables, whatever is fresh, is really expensive in America. Can you please confirm that what I've been reading and watching is true or not? I tell you what. Let me just put this back before I carry on talking. What was I saying? Yeah, food has gone up a lot in price in UK. A lot. Not just UK, the whole of Europe. The food has gone up immensely in price. But still, I don't think that is at the same rate as US. Even some other countries in the world. It's gone up a lot. Especially since the quarantine. Because I tell you, I believe, honestly, I believe that's my view. Call me mad, whatever. But I believe they locked us all in a house with a purpose. Because I've never heard about any government that cared about their population, not even once in the whole world. So to say they care about us, about our health, to me that's BS. Trying to open the jar of gherkins, which I'm going to show you a trick. Is a trick that one of my housemates showed me when I used to share a house with a housemate. Let me just swap this so you can see what I'm doing. Hang on. Sorry, it looks a bit messy, but there you go. No auditing, no nothing like that. It's all raw, and that's what you get. So, is it even stable? It was stable earlier on when I tried to do this. Why aren't you stable anymore? Oh, please, don't do that. Don't fall over, don't fall over. Please, don't do that to me. Oh, I can't do this properly anymore, can I? So essentially what you've got to do, you just put a spoon there, whatever you got to do, and then kind of just bend it. I hope I don't bend this knife. You just need to allow some air to get inside the can. So you should bend it till you see some air bubbling up, which I can't see. Oh my god, I'm definitely bending the knife. This knife isn't strong enough. Oh my god. No. My leg is bothering me again, please. I bet this was not helping me to open the jar. Yeah, you can say whatever. I'm just conspiracy. There you go. You can tell I'm all into this conspiracy theory. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but honestly, I believe there's a purpose, because I'm not sure if you guys notice, as soon, oh, there you go. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Even, oh, you couldn't even see it. Sorry. Oh no, you missed the whole thing. See, open it very easily. Oh, sorry, you missed the whole thing. Ah. At least I hope you heard the noise of me opening the jar. Look there, beautiful, lovely gherkins. So I'm going to proceed with washing the vegetables, not the salad stuff. And then I'm thinking, shall I or shall I not marinate the salad? Because I usually marinate it, but because I don't think I'm going to marinate it actually. I'm just going to put some lemon wedges because the potatoes are going to have some olive oil, just olive oil. No, actually maybe, yeah, no, some olive oil and also some lemon, or maybe, oh no, the cucumber's completely gone bad. That's going to go directly to the food waste. There you go. There I was talking earlier about wasting food. Never mind. So I'm going to marinate the potatoes. So I don't think I'm going to marinate the salad. The salad is simply going to be just the salad chopped and then with a couple of wedges of lemon. I've got a second cucumber anyway. Let me just sort myself out because me trying to record this is annoying me now because I'm not doing things well. Okay, let me sort everything out. So you go in there, this in there. Let me close that. Let me sort the camera out. So the cucumber and the gherkins can go back in the fridge, in the salad box. Yep, I think this is better. So you can see exactly what I'm doing. Let me uncover the potatoes. The potatoes are ready. Turn them off. I drain the water. Yeah, so let me wash the tomatoes. Actually, let me actually get some leaves from the lettuce. By the way, I know that in some countries you guys add like kind of some disinfectant water to kill all the bacteria, and that's not needed in UK, to be honest. It's not needed at all. The food is pretty safe. Yeah, and if you do that, you're just adding more chemicals to your food, into your body. So that's not needed in UK. So I'm washing all. This is the lettuce. Yeah, I know, for example, when I used to live in Africa, I used to also wash my vegetables without disinfectant because, yeah, but not, in UK there's no need of that because it's just more to remove the soil from the food. And yeah, I don't see there's any need for cleaning with that water because there's enough that I'm sure there's some what's it called? My mind is going blank again. Anti-insecticides that is added to the farming industry. It's already got quite a lot of chemicals. I'm sure some of it is already stuck to our food. I don't want to add any more by cleaning my vegetables with it. Obviously it's a need because you need to do cost benefit analysis, don't you? So if disinfect your fruit with that water, whatever product you want to use, whatever product you want to talk about, or those drops, or I think they essentially diluted bleach. Yeah, if you wanna use that so you don't have any problems with belly problems, essentially, or any other illnesses, that's great. As long as your cost benefit and other stuff, that's fine. So there's no any need to do that. So anyway, so I'm a pretty chunky cutty of salad. I'm rustic. My husband says I'm rustic. Rustic. So it's not a big deal. Where's the bowl? So I'm going to start assembling now. Essentially, I just put honestly, you should see the salads that my husband's make. The salads he makes, it makes them so pretty. He removes even the skin from the cucumber, removes that's the seeds from the oh my god, removes the seeds from the cucumber. He makes them really tasty and really looking really good as well, but I don't have patience for that anyway. And he cooks once in a blue moon, so I'm sure he's got enough time to mess around in the kitchen. I don't. Even if I did, I love cooking. Oh my god, this is turning into a mess. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the problem of number one. I don't even need it here. I don't need it there. So let me just dry the chopping board first. Can you see how everything just collapsing? Because as I've said earlier, I absolutely hate multitasking. So I'm just gonna remove both eyes from the gherkins, and then I'm gonna cut them into quarters. There you go, chunky, gone. Tomatoes, I'm just gonna put them as they are. There you go. Go immediately. I don't even remove the eyes from the tomatoes. I know some people do. I used to when I was younger, but then I realized there's no need to, because it's all about, not just about cosmetic, is it? It's not just about cosmetic, because also cosmetic adds to the taste, because we first eat with our eyes and then with our mouth. And if we leave out also, if we don't prepare food properly, for example, if I don't remove this here, perhaps it's gonna add a taste to the food. I'm not sure, but this tomato is so small, it makes no difference. If there's a big tomato, I would remove that. Can you see these are really cute, aren't they? I got these because they're only 19 pence, so I thought, why not? Because we've been lacking lately in healthy food. We haven't been feeding ourselves properly, because sometimes I get enough of getting in the kitchen, even though I'm not working. Well, I'm working. That's what my husband says. I'm not working, but I'm working. I'm not working for anybody. I'm working on my projects, but I'm still working, you know. And as I've said to him yesterday, this is a period that I'm resting. Why am I doing this with my hands? See, multitasking confuses my brain. So, lovely beetroot. These have been pickled. These have been cooked and pickled. I think just pickled in brine as well. So I'm just going to cut these in quarters as well. There you go. I'm going to show you the result at the end. There you go. And there you go. Gonna go there. Gherkins next. How many shall I add? I think I'm going to add 2. If that's bothering you, I don't care. Everything's gonna go into the same bowl. The chopping board is clean. The knife is clean. That's only juice from the gherkins. So if that's bothering you, you've got big issues. I'm just saying. and that's just gonna go on top of everything else. There you go. I'm just gonna get a lemon now. As I've said, I'm just gonna add some lemon juice. Which is also going to be used for the fish. Right, let me present the salad to you. There you go. What do you guys think? Really simple. I didn't add any salt, pepper, nothing like that. That's just as it is. So whoever wants to add anything to the salad, more than welcome to. I don't really add many things to the salad because I grew up, my grandmother brought me up not adding unnecessary things to the food, because we should taste the food that we're eating onwards, shouldn't we? So let me get this out of here now. It's just taking up space. So salad is looking beautiful and ready. What do you guys think? Am I giving myself too much of a big head? Tell me. Do you like little my salad? Very simple, but very colorful. And color is what we need in our diet. The more colorful your food, the more that diversified nutrients we gain to our body. So let me just clear all of this now. What do I have to do next? Oh, not much. I just need to prepare the fish. No, just cook the fish. And I'll tell you what, I opened our amazing machine, which is a pressure cooker, air fryer, dehydrator. It's so amazing, honestly. It's so amazing. Is it like a 6-in-1 or let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 8. So 9 or 12-in-1, something like that. A machine. We love it. We absolutely love it. So I've opened it earlier to check if it was dirty, because my husband and I got to the habit of using it. Just leave it as it is. Like, let the mug clean it. That's what I think. Let's be honest. By the way, that's not an American size fridge freezer. It's just a bigger size British freezer with double doors. Our kitchen isn't big enough to have an American size fridge freezer. And also, if I tell you the price, how much it costs, also, it's not that price range. I think this fridge freezer costs about between 500 and 600 pounds. So I'm sure you can tell it's definitely not American fridge freezer. I'd love to have one, but our kitchen doesn't even allow us to. Okay, just clean everything up before I start with the next thing. So now I'm just gonna wash the interior of honestly. What do you know what I used for yesterday? Just use it to essentially to cook the skin, the crackling of the pork, because I cooked roast pork on Sunday and there was crackling left, and because you put it in the fridge, the crackling goes soft. And I taught him this trick: if you put in the air fryer, sorry, just noticed, perhaps you could see, if you put in an air fryer, you may actually make the crackling hard again, like crackling, turn into crackling again. So it was the smallest piece ever, and just use that to use the machine to do it, which I suppose that's what the machine is for, isn't it? However small or big the thing you want to cook. And the thing about this machine is so good because it saves electricity, energy. Because we don't have to use the oven so much. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to grill the salmon in here. I never know how to do these, to be honest. I'm always confused how to build this up. Yep, did it. There you go. That's ready to go. I want to do something else, didn't I? I'm sure I did. So everything is, oh, I suppose I can prepare the potatoes now. Even though they're not cold enough, but at least they can be marinated now. Today this video is going to be extra long, as you may have noticed already. What shall I add? Yeah, black pepper, olive oil. Should I add some thyme? Not sure. So this is the olive oil that I'm going to use. It looks expensive. It is expensive. My husband gave it to me as a present. How sad is that? Well, not present. We went to the shop last month, I think. And I said, oh, I've always wanted to try this really expensive olive oils. And he said, yeah, let's take it. I said, what? Let's take it. So, oh, I'm definitely going to take it. Don't worry about it. Don't need to ask twice. So I'm adding to here the olive oil. That's enough. I'm also going to add the black pepper because I like to add everything into one recipient, and then just have to stir it up, add it all in one go. I'm thinking what to add. I think I'm going to add some smoked paprika and some thyme or oregano, I'm not sure. By the way, now I said earlier, we like to use mostly fresh herbs and things such as like garlic and onions. There are some herbs that are better dry, 100%. We've got some in the garden. Thyme is one of them. I've got about 3 types of thyme in the garden, but when it comes to such herbs like thyme, they taste better dry. They're stronger and deeper in flavor. And I'm also going to add some smoked paprika. This isn't the hot one, just normal one, because this comes in 2 types. I'm only going to add this much there. Give it a stir. Then drizzle all over the potatoes, which I'm going to give a stir in a minute. Mix it all up nicely with the potatoes. And then it's going to sit there. Now, I'm thinking whether I should add some vinegar or not. I don't think I will. Oh, hear that sound. Metal on glass. There you go. It is what it is. You guys have to live with it. It's a sharp noise going through the camera. Hi guys, so this is the last part of the video. I just want to show you the salmon is ready, and that's it. I'm running out of batteries anyway, so that's what the salmon looks like. And let me also show you the final look of the potatoes. These are the potatoes as well. Okay, alright then, have a lovely weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, how many seconds has it been? 26 seconds. Alright then, bye.